Sending out a message to some of the other guys in this tournament saying, hey, you know, you might not have seen me bowl too much in Europe, but this is what I can do. Of course, the feeling is that once he's mastered this lane, there's no reason why he's not going to go on and shoot another 260 and walk away with this match.
Oh, there we go. So it's not quite going to be the advantage that he was looking for. And the smile has gone.
Yeah, he's left a big split, but that's not going to worry him now. He's got the lead. This is a big 250 game. Just the 4 and the 10-pin split. He might just have a shot at this.
Oh, nearly. Great effort from Rivera to make that one, but it's a good first game from here. And as we reach the halfway point, it's Biboy Rivera of the Philippines that leads Dominic Barrett of England. 254 for Rivera. That's good shooting in that first match. Barrett, that's about a par score for him. He's got a lot of work to do in the second game.
Welcome back to the Metrodome in Barnsley for the 2008 PartyCasino.com World 10-Pin Masters. Next up, the man from Manila, Biboy Rivera, up against the current English ranking champion and 2008 Irish Open winner, Dominic Barrett. Barrett has climbed the ranks to become one of the top 8 in Europe and will no doubt want to improve on his World 10-Pin Masters record. But there's no easy games in this competition, and the 2006 Men's Championship gold medalist, who was voted 2006 Philippine Sports Writers Athlete of the Year, may prove a stumbling block for the Englishman. We rejoin the action at the start of the second game with Rivera leading 254 to 216. Back over to our commentary team of Cass Edwards, Simon Golding and special guest Chris Barnes.
Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing great. It's great to be back here. Always love coming to Barnsley, and I'm looking forward to my match tonight.
Now, you sneaked in about 20 minutes ago to watch the start of this match. What do you think of what you've seen so far?
Well, I'm a little surprised, but I'm doing a little research too. Dominic Barrett's look was fantastic at the beginning of the match. As the match has gone on in this 39-foot pattern, there's a lot of oil at the end of that pattern. Dominic's ball is not going through it as well as Biboy's is. Biboy's going around it. He seems to be able to knock out, as I say it, the 10-pin better than Dominic so far.
That's good. You're very good at the commentator's curse. You've done this before, haven't you?
I've been the victim of it many times. So,
well, Rivera with something to think about. He's got to make a spare here. I think there's enough still in what's going on out there for Barrett to be confident that he can do something.
Well, plenty. He's hit the pocket so much so far that he's capable of shooting, you know, a big 270 game. Maybe I don't see a lot of 300s on these because of the corner pins, but he's perfectly capable of shooting a 250 or 270, and that might be enough as these lanes transition a little bit.
Voice of PBA star Chris Barnes. He'll be playing in this competition later on, but in the commentary booth with us now to take a look at both of these bowlers. We might get a chance actually later on to compare styles. I'll be interested to hear your views on that, Chris. But what sort of preparation have you guys got to do for this short format competition, because it is unique?
Well, I guess if there's an advantage, I get to bowl a little bit later, so I get to watch several different styles over the 2 days. Dominic is one strategy that I was really looking forward to, because he likes to go through the lane a little bit straighter than some of the other players. But there's only a little bit more than 2 times as much oil on the front of the pattern as there is at 37 feet. And so how much friction in the front determines whether you're going to carry or not. And Dom's ball is burning up energy in the front, going through the pins a little bit, pushing a little bit long, and left him a couple of corner pins, cost him some strikes.
Yeah, it's giving that light effect as he comes into the pocket. But you did this last year, Chris. You straightened up on a couple of occasions to get yourself out of trouble.
Yeah, it's been key here. On the fresh oil, sometimes it's hard to get way in and go way around it, like you're going to see Jason Belmonte last night and Oscar probably later on today.
Yeah, the two-handers love this lane. Rivera then needs to get back in the pocket if he can, and yeah, that's better. That's good work, isn't it, Cass?
Yeah, much better shot. Carried the 10-pin eventually there, didn't he? But as Chris is saying, it's as we've said previously, it's a matter of stringing strikes together. These corner pins can do so much damage when they stand up in the middle of sort of 3 strikes in a row from an apparent good pocket hit. Also, Dominic changed that ball from the last frame to the first frame of this match, and got the result he was looking for.
Barrett then working a strike. There we go, it's a double for Barrett. This is a lot better, isn't it, Chris?
He seems to have gotten a little bit further left now, and his ball is pushing down the lane easier. And he's getting a better back-end reaction, which is getting the 6-pin in the 10 instead of the ball pushing through the pin deck, and this is where the 6 goes around the top of the 10.
And the result is a double for Barrett.
Yeah, well, he actually needed that to start like that, because 38 pins adrift against world gold medalist Biboy Rivera is no easy task to pull back in 10 frames.
Very wide grip that Rivera uses. It's not much of his second and third finger into the ball. And we've seen it slip off his hands a couple of times, but seems to work.
Yeah, pretty high shot on the head pin there. Just tripped the 4-pin out quite nicely and has actually made the double. He's getting some great reaction in the back end there. Really high hooking, and just trips that 4-pin out. Simon, I forgot to mention when Chris walked in, he's actually the PBA Player of the Year in the United States, so we're in honoured company, you know. Yeah,
we should congratulate you for that, Chris. How are you feeling about that award?
I feel like it doesn't translate very well in the booth today, but it's something I've been after a long time. I finished second or third in that voting 4 or 5 years, and you know, it was pretty special to finally get to the top this year.
Well done. About time too. Oh, nice one. Turkey then for Barrett. This one's warming up very nicely. Well, that's how things look after 3 frames of this second game, and Dominic Barrett will be feeling that there's a way back into this match.
Yeah, he's pulled 10 pins back already, so it's just about a 28-pin takedown at the moment for Biboy. And there'll be pressure on him now to try and sink that first turkey of this game.
And really interesting. Look how high the pin is on that ball. And what that does is create more flare in the ball, allows Biboy to get further left than Dominic.
Left the 10.
It also helps create more of a down lane reaction, which right now is getting in Biboy's way. The ball's starting to pick up a little bit too early. He moves left, and he's still running into more friction. Unless he makes a pretty good move here soon, Dominic's going to run him down.
Yeah, again, it's that corner pin that he's not quite carried due to the angle of the entry, but good technical points there from Chris Barnes.
Well, what's happening with the oil is it's the invisible part of this game. The players can see it, and the experts watching the match can see it. But maybe sometimes for you guys at home it's not as obvious, but I tell you, it's happening, and the players are making adjustments all the way through this match to try and stay in the pocket. Rivera once again going through that little mental rehearsal where it looks like he's trying to just to loosen the arm up and remind himself that he's a flow bowler, a stroker, as they call it in 10-pin bowling.
Yeah, a little bit of a contrast compared to the power play of young Dominic here. He's looking up to hit that 4-bagger and pull some more pins back.
That was a big ball, wasn't it, Chris?
That's a great shot there. Dominic's rhythm has gotten very good. You can see he's gotten very comfortable now, and he's finally caught one of those off hits to go along with those 3 perfect ones to start off the game.
Yeah, pretty light on the head pin, but mixed them all around, got the chain reaction, and carries all 10.
Well, out of all the first round matches we've seen so far, this one has really swung back and forth, and Barrett will feel that he's had 2 opportunities. Rivera has certainly had a couple of opportunities, and now it's pretty close again.
Yeah, it's down to single digits, and that won't help Biboy, I'm afraid.